Good afternoon. We wish to acknowledge this land on which the University of Toronto operates. For thousands of years, it has been the traditional land of the Huron-Wendat, the Seneca, and the Mississaugas of the Credit. Today, this meeting place is still the home to many Indigenous people from across Turtle Island, and we are grateful to have the opportunity to work on this land. We are also grateful to have the opportunity to celebrate the achievements of our scholars who graduate today. On their behalf, let us express gratitude for the support of their families and friends, and for the faculty and staff who have guided them in their pursuit of knowledge. Whatever our own traditions, let us reflect as we proceed through the Convocation ceremony on the many years of effort, sacrifice, and success that have brought us to this time of celebration. In concilium Universitates Torontonenses vocatis sumus. Graduates, please remain standing. All guests, please be seated.
Insignissimi cancellaria, praesento tibi hosce scholares, ut admittentur ad gradus varios, testorque eos quod omnia qua statuta requirunt aptus, et idoneos esse.
Ad profectum huius provinciae, huius qua magnae patriae, ad profectum omnium nationum, omnibus in terris coniunctarum. Algo ex acatuitate mihi toti, Universitate commissar. Admitto vos grados varios. Quorum ura vubisto, et petoco qua ut omnia confictiatas munera qua et illos grados pertinent.
Graduates, please be seated. My name is Alexandra Gillespie, and it is my great privilege to serve as Vice President at the University of Toronto and as Principal of the University of Toronto Mississauga. Yay, UTM. Today, I have the additional privilege of assisting our Chancellor, Dr. Rose Patton, in conducting this convocation. The university is an institution with deep historical roots and many enduring traditions. I enjoyed university so much that I became a medievalist because the university is a medieval institution. And among our traditions is the use of the language of the medieval university in today's wonderful celebration. For those who in attendance are less than fluent in Latin, or those who like me have forgotten all their Latin, a translation may be helpful. For my part, I said in Latin, "Most distinguished Chancellor, I present to you these scholars, that they be admitted to the various degrees, and I bear witness that, as far as all things which the statutes require, they are fit and suitable." Much more significantly, from the standpoint of you, the graduating class, the Chancellor then replied, "To the benefit of this province, this great country, and to the worldwide community of nations, I, by the authority vested in me and in the whole university, admit you to your various degrees, grant to you the rights, and ask of you the responsibilities of doing all those things which pertain to those degrees. And so, as my first order of business, I am delighted to salute you, the graduating class of 2022 from the University of Mississauga. That is it. You are done. Warmest congratulations, and also a warm welcome to everyone who has joined us here in historic Convocation Hall. It is so wonderful to be able to celebrate the first in-person Convocation season since November 2019. Graduates, today the University of Toronto is formally recognising your hard work, your accomplishments, your perseverance, and this milestone. Speaking of perseverance, you've successfully completed your program in extraordinary and challenging times, and today's celebration is all the more meaningful for it. Each of you, as a member of the graduating class, is joining an extraordinary family of University of Toronto alumni. They number 600,000 people in more than 190 countries around the world. They are the university's living legacy and our greatest ambassadors. U of T alumni, that's you now, serve in leadership roles in every corner of the globe and every walk of life. They are prime ministers, justices, scholars, authors, community and business leaders, scientists, and professionals of every description. Their endeavours have shaped the world we live in and the way we understand that world. And we have no doubt that the University of Toronto's high international standing can be attributed to generations of dedicated and talented faculty and staff members, but also that this reputation has been built by our alumni, a group that now includes each and every one of you. So, to the graduating class, let me say thank you. Thank you for your many contributions to the university while you were students. And thank you for what you will now do as members of Canada's largest, and I believe, of course, most distinguished alumni community. One more word of thanks is in order. I'm sure that all the graduates share a sense of gratitude to the friends and family members who have helped bring them to this special day. You did this, but you did it with some help. And so I'd ask you to join me and the rest of the platform party in thanking those people who supported you with a huge round of applause. And then I'll continue with a request. One of the distinguishing features of our convocation at U of T is that graduates come forward to be recognised. You will do that. You will then leave the stage using the ramp, exit out the door and around the hall. And at that point, you'll turn left and re-enter the hall quietly as your peers continue to be recognised. In this regard, I encourage you to think of the very last person who's going to be on stage, who's going to watch all of you, and you need to come back and watch them. I even have the name of this student. It is Amartya Sakar. Amartya, where are you? Hello. Stand up. He won't stand up. He's shy. I'm gesturing for him to stand up. When he stands up later, we will cheer him because he will be the very last. Everyone, please remember Mr. Sakar, and remember to return to your seat on behalf of all of your other graduating colleagues. Finally, in light of ongoing health and safety concerns regarding the pandemic, we respectfully ask that all individuals present wear a properly fitting mask throughout today's ceremony. Similarly, we're going to forego the traditional handshake. I love to shake people's hands and give them sometimes uninvited hugs. I'm trying to break that habit. I'm not going to do that today. Instead, you'll get a friendly wave of acknowledgement as you go by. It will be very decorous and there'll be no touching. So thank you for your understanding and assistance. And once more, my warmest, all of our warmest congratulations. We are so, so proud of you. I feel like another round of applause. This is truly the best time of our year here at the university. It is also my privilege today to introduce our convocation speaker, Dr. Lawrence Loh. Dr. Lawrence Loh was appointed Medical Officer of Health in the Peel region in March 2020. I want you just to pause for a moment and think about that. Appointed in many cases, Medical Officer of Health in March 2020. What that means is that he oversaw the response to the COVID-19 pandemic in the Mississauga and Peel region, minimising its impacts in one of the hardest hit communities in Canada. He spearheaded the delivery of 3.3 million doses of vaccines as part of the largest rollout of vaccination in Canadian history. Dr. Loh completed his residency here at U of T, and he holds adjunct professor status at the Dalalana School of Public Health. And I'm very excited to announce that this coming fall, Dr. Loh will be taking on a new challenge as the Executive Director and Chief Executive Officer of the College of Family Physicians of Canada. Please welcome Dr. Lawrence Loh to the podium.
Thank you, Principal Gillespie. Chancellor Patton, Principal Gillespie, Dean McEwen, family and friends of the graduates, and most importantly, to the University of Toronto Mississauga class of 2022. It's a profound honor to be able to address you all here in person today. I first offer congratulations to all the graduates, their families, and the university community that has supported your achievements. I also offer thanks to the University of Toronto and the University of Toronto Mississauga for their support of Peel Region's efforts to combat the COVID-19 pandemic. And in offering these recognitions at this moment, I hope you'll agree with me that life truly unfolds in funny and mysterious ways. My presence today should highlight one truism that we'll all agree on. Life is filled with surprises. I've had the honor and privilege of serving the Peel Region community as Medical Officer of Health through the COVID-19 pandemic. What you've just heard, though, is that my first day in this role was March 14th, 2020. I was perhaps in the wrong place at the wrong time. It wasn't ever my plan in life to take the helm of the longest and most unprecedented emergency response in the region of Peel's history, and to do so in one of Canada's pandemic epicenters just 3 days before the first state of emergency was declared here in the province of Ontario. So truly, I say to you, we can plan all we want, but life may well throw other things your way. I've no doubt that the last 2 years for all of our graduates here has been a proving ground and has also been a testament to your ability to adapt and rise to any challenge. And so through the challenge of my own leading the response at Peel, I wish to share some reflections on leadership with you today. Firstly, the last 2 years has reminded me that trusting your team is fundamental to leadership. We already know that success is not a solitary endeavor, regardless of whether you're running a marathon or saving lives in a pandemic. However, crisis or otherwise, it's crucial for leaders to trust, inspire, and empower, and then get out of the way and let your team work their magic. You must believe in your team no matter what, and empower them to take decisions and to act, and ask questions, of course, but do so with the goal of addressing barriers and enhancing their work, not to second guess or belittle. And where things invariably go wrong, I've always found that it's a lot easier to focus on what rather than who went wrong and how we can fix it together. During Peel's pandemic response, I was constantly reminded of how privileged I was to work with my team, as well as with a supportive council and our amazing partners and community. We first came together to stop spread and save lives before saving and reclaiming lives through protecting the community with vaccination. We also had to maintain other non-COVID-19 programs to protect our residents, including things such as our overdose prevention efforts. And somehow, the team that I trusted, together with our partners, kept those programs going while managing so many COVID-19 cases and outbreaks in one of the hardest hit regions of Canada, and also delivering 3.3 million life-saving COVID-19 vaccines. None of that would have been possible without trust as the foundation of our team and my leadership philosophy. That leads to my second leadership lesson, which I'll share with you. Leaders must listen, and they must do so with discernment. I urge you to hear not just the loudest voices, but seek the voices that are often faint or unheard. Peel's context was always going to present a pandemic challenge. One of the most diverse communities in the world, with a population equal to the 3 maritime provinces on 100 times less landmass. And in the early days, Peel's essential workers continued to manufacture and distribute so that the rest of Canada could stay home and stay safe. It was through listening that we heard the stories, and that gave us insight, helped us build trust with our community, and allowed us to optimize our efforts to address barriers. So trust is always the start, but effective leadership must go beyond. It must act on that trust to listen and to be open. We truly ignore the insights of others at our peril. Which brings me to my final reflection. I've always believed that people are intrinsically good, trying to help and do right by the situation that they face. Even when folks aren't at their best, I find that it's often explained by circumstance rather than an inherent flaw. That's why I've always approached my team and my partners knowing that they won't lead me astray, that I'm getting the very best from the very best. Despite the darkness of the past 2 years, believing in the goodness of people has led me far, far more times right than it has ever led me wrong. So again, I urge you to trust and empower others, to listen to the goodness of people, to listen especially to those whose voices aren't always apparent, and to believe in the goodness of people. By so doing, you'll be able to seize every beautiful and difficult moment that life has to offer head on, share it with those that you love, and work to make the world a fairer and more beautiful place for everyone. And finally, I urge you to remember that while the future may not always unfold as planned, it doesn't mean it won't be filled with people and stories that inspire and that make life worth living. Enjoy the journey. My congratulations again.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you the following candidates from the University of Toronto Mississauga who are being admitted to the degree of Honours Bachelor of Arts. Jo R. Kerchong Lim. Leandro Kyle Lim. Di-Wen Lin. Yu-Shi Lin. Yiyan Ling. Cheng Liu. Cici Liu. Chia-Yu Lo. Isabella Locilento. Rebecca Catherine Miller Locke. Gabriela Andrea Lopez. Nolan Ross Lovegrove. Jingyi Lu. Sihang Lu. Dominic Luberda. Bianca Luca. Tian Luo. Yong Yin Luo. Ritik Luthra. Arya Umesh Luthria. Tyler Ian Liu. Yi-Yun Ma. Vanessa Wangechi Macharia. Kevin Mai. Samina Makanbetazieva. Nikola Malesevich. Hiba Malik. Mashal Ahmad Malik. Sabrina Radash Malik. Livon Mamiza. Princess Buluran Manahan. Avanpal Singh Man. Danny Ferris Makdas. Faiza Maksud. Francesco Martino. Angel Vicente Martucci Games. Adam Narciso Mashangelo. Malaga Mashrur. Husayed Daula Matin. Mirana Mataferro. Sydney Olivia McCluskey. Michael Pendragon Hancock McReynolds. Jessica Tamara Medal Lawrence. Abraham Melky. Christian Thomas Mendoza. Cheryl Elaine Dabu Mercado. Summer Rosebell Miranda. Miranda Zelia Miranda Gallego. Ilya Mishanyu. Honoka Chloe Miyata. Sarah Moazam. Jessica Maria Mohabir. Rihanna Mohammed. Mohammed Mehdi Wesam Mohammed. Gopesh Mohan. Michelle Wei Ting Mok. Michael Anthony Montanaro. Caitlin Grace Montes. Daniela Martín Reyes Montinola. Ryan Andrew Moon. Regina Alexi de la Paz Morales. Ali Hussam Mosleh. Asha Hassan Moody. Gerald Achinesu Clive Mufumisi. Adar Muhyadin. Ellie Muir. Kundisai Linda Mukandi. Jude Nabelsi. Devin Elise Nagel. Samishka Naidu. Khadija Najmi. Bani Narula. Amir Sharif Nassar. Miranda Olivia Natalizio. Rochelle K. Nelson. Terrace Ng. Brandon H. K. Ngo. Bao Quinn Trung Nguyen. Cheren Nideli. Lily Nikolovsky. Deborah Mputu Njilayi. Liam Robert James O'Brien. Bianca Bella O'Kine. Deborah Olaniyi. Kayla Moniz Oliveira. Sheng Xin Ong. Deepika Uma. Michael Emmanuel Ormond. Mia Astrid Ortega. Victoria Hallie Osland. Emily Paiva. Lucky Pal. Rachel Victoria Palotta. Sabrina Nicole Paluzzi. Kalista Katerina Papandrea. Sahar Wakar Paracha. Sagar Bipin Kumar Patel. Daniel Pass. Julius Theodore Ascueta Pebenito. Zitai Pang. Evan Russell Perkins. Ria Rajendra Fanse. Lucia Ines Pinotti. Sofia Clara Pinotti. Daniela Principe. Aisha Sidika Sieda Kadri. Xu Yuan Chi. Gan Chiao. Jonathan Ng Kwak. Pedro Vicente Rached de Oliveira. Navita Ramanand. Christian Antonio Dean Ramcharan. Juliana Zian Ramratan. Farah Aslam Rana. Jivitira Ratnam. Mary Rebecca Bernadette Reyes. Richard Alexander Herenda Ribeiro. Lauren Sophie Rice. Katerina May Richard. Alexander Robertson. Antonique Tanika Robinson. Diego Rojas Garcia. Dario Giovanni Roll. Erica Marie Rosato. Emma Maureen Maria Rosner. Mei-Ki Rowe. Junlong Ruan. Natalia Erzad. Shakiba Sadeghi. Caitlin Rose Sagarino. Ramandeep Sahdev. Yara Saeed. Mehvash Syed. Tarika Salaria. Mujar Tefik Saljolu. Salvatore Salerno. Dania Salman. Felia Salsabila. Aya Samaha. Gurminder Kaur Sandal. Simrin Sandhi. Marcus Menraj Sangha. Roberto David Sanii. Carolyn Chelsea Santos. Madison Santos Wosso. Shaheen Sarhan. Aroni Sarkar. Brandon Satan. Colin Satan. Faiza Shahid Sattar. Arujan Satinbekova. Juliana Maria Skiripa. Victoria Marie Sholi. Cassandra Caterini Skretas. Vanessa Pereira Sebastián. Sean Jr. Sami Sipursad. Janice Sidaros. Maven Sekon. Sahil Singh Sunny Singh Sen. Muhammad Hamid Rashid Shafiullah. Maham Shah. Hurmat Shahid. Candidates from the University of Toronto Mississauga who are being admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Muhammad Ali Rashid. Jenna Marie Santangelo. Candidates from the University of Toronto Mississauga who are being admitted to the degree of Honours Bachelor of Science. Christopher Lim Tung Tseng. Fang Chu Lin. Wei Xuan Lin. Yun Fei Lin. Zhengjia Lin. Isar R. Linares. Vanessa Little. Aishin Liu. Chengze Liu. Hao Wei Liu. Ruopeng Liu. Yuanze Liu. Yu Chen Liu. Yuting Liu. Marcus Gerald Ross Marino Liwag. Erica Elaine de los Santos Liwanag. Michelle Lowe. Tzu Xian Lo. Valerie June Loka. Lazar Lolich. Olesia Lomasco. Benjamin William Thomas Longley. Gabriela Mercedes Lopez. Yvonne Rebecca Lopez Miranda. Alison Lopez Mora. Carolyn Youssef Henri Lutfi. Shijie Lu. Xiaolian Lu. Yushuan Lu. Haipeng Luo. Camille Victoria Lutero. Vivian Ngoc Lu. Natalie Catherine Lee. Brendan Michael Robert Liver. Colt Shengguang Ma. Ding Yuan Ma. Mamuna Ma. Justin George McRae. Trisha Uma Mahabir. Moody Fitracio Mahardika. Muate Amer Mahdi. Shariar Mahmoud. Horching Joy Mak. Aisha Malhi. Harpreet Kaur Malhi. Ayman Malik. Eliza May Paras Manalo. Venkata Sai Sravani Manda. Antonietta Mandatori. Serena Manicapelli. Sarah Mansour. Mariam Mansour. Han Xing Mao. Vanessa Julia Marcaletta. Alexandru Marcu. Ilana Maria. Ivana Maria. Lisa Marno. Mark Dante Martella. Jonathan McLaren Martin. Sarah Margaret Martin. Angelica Denise Martinez. Irini Matsukaki. Munahil Masroor. Donya Masa Bhavani. Samia Chandra Mathur. Maimuna Meng. Simran Mehni. Kavya Jigesh Mehta. Kunal Kishan Mehta. Andres Augusto Mejia. Chinomso Meldemion. Claire Emilia Melfi. Sydney Jane Melko. Jordan Marie Mende Gibson. Zichi Meng. Ziwen Meng. Mireille M. Messiha. Sydney Miller. Sukmani Kaur Minhas. Anam Mohammed Mire. Emilia Jade Missing. Afiza Angela Mohammed. Fahma Ali Mohammed. Mariama Mohammed. Mutaz Mohammed Tajaldain. George Temitope Moloku. Michelle Mong. Gina May Montani. Junsik Moon. Ahad Musa. Ash More. Juan Pablo Moreno. Jules Anjani Motilal. Mahlaka Mubasher. Fiona Muko. Fatima Mudassir Mudassir. Elia Julia Hope Majar. Javaria Mogal. Jules Mugisha. Muhammad Muhammad. Crystal Yuen Ying Mui. Gabriela Cristina de Miranda Murphy. Muhammad Musa. Nawal Mohammed Muse. Mohammed Ismail Nabilsi. Sarah Haisam Nabilsi. Tivagar Nadarajan. Remsha Nadim. Asan Naim. Aishwarya Arun Nair. Ashley Elizabeth Namini. Safana Nasir. Suba Noor Nasir. Tasya Nathaniel. Hamna Naz. Esme Kate Newling. Matthew Philip Newman. Chantel Patrice Villanueva Ngo. Anh Nguet Nguyen. Phuong Trang Nguyen Dang. Xiang Han Ni. Amarachuku Chioma Nakeni. Kashaf Noreen. Cindy Caleta Nunes. Andrew Obuchovic. Erin Irene O'Connor. Olivia Elizabeth O'Connor. Rachel Hyun-bin Oh. Juhaku Okugawa. Oluwatomiwa Paul Olasoko. Kar Hyun Ong. Oluchi Ozioma Onyenso. Mahrufat Olayemi Oshoala. Mark Anthony Okama. Mustafa Yasir Mustafa Osman Ortashi. Bowen Ouyang. Jose Enrico Navera Padilla. Kimberly Page. Abigail Sydney Palyalunga. Prithvi Mihir Palanpurwala. Mariangela Francis Panozzo. Maria Kira Aguilar Pantig. Dewina Parija. Pooja Patel. Rutvik Ashok Patel. Saloni Sanjay Kumar Patel. Shinye Peng. Maria Niluki Bernadette Pereira. Saher Pervaiz. Aaron Anthony Peters. Nigel Eric Peterson. Matthew Mackenzie Petrusiu. Maxime Piatine. Michelle Maria Piekut. Jeremy Ashley Christian Pinheiro. Ryan Piracha. Sanaullah Pirzada. Krish Prabhakar. Arjun Prasad. Nitin Prem Kumar. Hoi Lung Pun. Inderjeet Singh Punia. Neha Sebastian Purekan. Prablin Kaur Purewal. Ming Hao Chi. Yu Ting Tian. Lang Chin. Yifei Chu. Alex Kwak. Nadim Ben Qureshi. Nadia Jahan Qureshi. Abdullahad Qureshi. Soha Rahman. Wafika Khan Riza. Nabil Imtiaz Rajabali. Adam Abrahim Ram. Tyler Andre Ramdeen. Carlos Andres Ramirez Eraso. Aldrin Ramiro. Ralph Aaron Ramos. Surutiga Ranjan. Smit Dushyant Rao. Jenny Rasia. Subain Ravintiran. Jahan Rawat. Yashi Rawat. Rohit Rayaparedi. Alexis Diana Ray. Mukadus Zainab Rasa. Ramiz Ur Rehman. Nina N. Richards. Ariba Zainab Rizvi. Mahin Rizvi. Sieda Talia Rizvi. Tyler Roach. Ithnan Roberts. Rhonda Robinson. Dylan Jace Roby. Ana Elisa Rodriguez Poppinga. Santo Anthony Romano. Megan Nancy Rolston. Douglas Alexander Roy. Christian Nicolo Saavedra. Isabel Allegra Sabesar Ali. Denise Nicole Azarcon Sacramento. Beshta Parin Sadat. Unaiza Sahid. Daniel Atta Safai Rad. Saliha Safi. Amber Saib. Bikramjit Singh Saini. Misha Saini. Haider Sajjad. Stephanie Sakawat. Shazre Salam. Hiba Salim. Mohammed Mahmoud Salam. Janelle Samar Brisuela. Lucas William David Sondre. Ethan Jason Sansom. Emily Taylor Santos. Muhammad Bilal Saqib. Lean Spey. Yorgos Seferlis. Delania Segreti. Jared Clark Servilla. Diljot Sethi. Kenneth Kensington Setiono. Devin Peter Seto. Sebastian Abramo Scarbosa. Amal Nadim Shah. Gresha Shah. Hussein Shah. Panth Chirag Shah. Sakshi Chetan Shah. Shreya Shah. Zoya Shahab. Muhammad Shahan. Mehreen Shahid. Mahin Shahzad. Sufyan Sheikh. Fatima Hareb Mohammed Shamte. Candidates from the University of Toronto Mississauga who are being admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration. Zekai Liu. Bingyi Mai. Mridvika Vinith Malebemnur. Aditi Nikhil Nevrekar. Nirvana Prasad. Candidates from the University of Toronto Mississauga who are being admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce. Ching-Peng Lin. Jiayu Liu. Siyu Liu. Wen Han Lo. Laval Fabrice Sing Kyong Lo Kwan Sang. Shan Lu. Rachit Lum. Nguyen Min Jo Luong. Yu Tzi Ma. Joshua Manzo. Sieda Sakina Mehdi. Maria Meirabova. Xiao Tong Meng. Shin Yi Meng. Mina Mircetic. Tanvir Mohan. Marko Molerovic. Irdna Munir. Shrishti Nanchahal. Ayman Nauman. Yiman Alicia Ng Chan. Jae Cheng Ni. Chang Jo Pan. Justin Arujo Pavao. Yi Feng Peng. Abdul Rahim Piracha. Regina Pokrel. Samantha Kumari Pansami. Rajay Rashid A. Pine. Xian Yi Chu. Ranuja Delon Ranawaka. Hassan Rauf. Nela Ratnam. Xiaodie Ren. Raunak Rais Rohile. Pooja Sachdev. Yumna Salim. Saad Umer Sareshwala. Aimal Sarfraz. And last but not least, Amartya Sarkar.
On behalf of the University of Toronto, and by virtue of the authority vested in me, I hereby admit all those candidates not here present to their degrees in absentia.
As we conclude Convocation, I wish to thank you all for your participation and your patience. To the families and friends, and to those in the procession, let me say thank you. You've made this a more memorable event for each member of the graduating class. I'd like to thank our Chancellor, Dr. Rose Patton, for presiding over today's ceremony. I wish to thank as well the many other colleagues and friends of the university who participated in this convocation, whose names you will find on the program. One individual merits special recognition but is not on the program, Professor Elizabeth Cowper, who kindly stepped in at the last minute to serve as an excellent reader. Thank you. This year, the University of Toronto is so proud to introduce a new and important ceremonial element of Convocation. As you will have noticed, I hope, the Chancellor's procession was led by an eagle feather bearer. The eagle feather remained on stage during the ceremony. It was carried by our wonderful colleague, T. Duke, who's over there. Hey, T. This eagle feather was gifted to the office of the President by the elders at the 2017 entrustment ceremony of the report of U of T's Truth and Reconciliation Steering Committee. To many Indigenous cultures, the eagle feather is sacred because it flies closest to the Creator, delivering our thoughts and our messages. The eagle and its feathers symbolize respect, honor, strength, courage, and wisdom. As such, the eagle feather is a perfect, meaningful addition to our convocation ceremonies, and we're honored to have it. I now invite the Chancellor to bring today's ceremony to a close.
As I bring this convocation ceremony to a close on this, which is your special day, I hope we will see you often in the years to come, and I invite you to stay connected. We will be very interested in your journey, and we know that you will make an impact for the better in whatever path you choose. Concilium dimissum est.